Imagine you're living a happy life in Syria. Suddenly, bright, explosive bombs start to crash down. You have to leave straight away. Soon after, you're sitting in a people smuggler's fishing boat. Everyone's squished up next to each other. Is this boat safe? You're thinking. Will I die? People around me are crying of hunger. Feeling seasick, you're travelling across the world with no idea where you're going. You've hardly any food and only a cup of water a day. You can't stretch your legs or lie down. Being a refugee is a struggle. Once you've reached your destination, you may not get let in and have to stay on an island for up to 5 years or more. Have you ever thought about what it feels like to be a refugee? Have you ever wanted to find out more? Here is your chance, and I am going to be your host. I am going to tell you why I believe that more refugees should be allowed into our country. My first reason why there should be more refugees allowed into our country because it saves lives. Did you know that NZ government is only accepting 1,000 refugees? Canada brings in 25,000 refugees. You'll probably be thinking, but that country is much bigger. Well, if you think about it, we probably have the most amount of space in our country, and we are still part of the world too, not just a little green island at the bottom of the world. Let's look at Sweden, for example. They bring in 80,000 a year, and they are nearly the same size as New Zealand. Their quota brings in 80 times as much as we do. Look at that! You're probably thinking, no way, or are you serious? Well, I'm not joking. They even bring in 3 times more than Canada. Did you know that 350,000 people have reached Europe this year? More than 2,000 have died trying. We could have saved them by introducing them to New Zealand. So we can make a difference too. Saving people's lives are extremely important. If the NZ government just tripled their quota to 3,000, it would make a big change to the deaths of refugees. My second reason. This is what it feels like to be a refugee. Have you ever read Boy Overboard by Maurice Gleesman? I've read this book twice before. Boy Overboard is about a boy named Jamal who escapes from Afghanistan with his family. They have a candlestick that brings them luck until they have to sell it to escape. Their luck is lost forever. It really makes you think about what life is like to be a refugee. I think that you should all read this book too, if you haven't already. Did you know that the cost of healthcare for refugees amounts to just a fraction of other Canadians? The cost of healthcare for refugees amounts to just 10% of that of other Canadians. In addition, newcomers to Canada use fewer health services as compared to Canadians, especially in their first years after arrival. Conflict in Syria caused the citizens to turn into refugees. As they try to reach Europe, the harsh winters and hot summers makes life as a refugee even more difficult. Did you know that the UN estimates that 6.6 million people are internally displaced? When you also consider refugees, well over half of the country's pre-war population of 23 million is in need of urgent humanitarian assistance, where they still remain in the country or have escaped across the borders. My third, the rebuttal. Here are some things that John Key thinks. No space for refugees. There is plenty of space. Look around you. Other countries should take in more. New Zealand is part of the world too. Quality, not quantity. Well, why can't we have both? It's not just one or the other. They don't deserve a life as much as we do. What? Look at yourself. Look at them. They're human too. How would you feel if someone called you worthless, or that you don't deserve a life as much as they do? People might say, this government is not interested in bringing in more refugees, so don't try convincing. You may think they are, but they just don't want another thing on their politics mind. And I would say things like, NZ took in 750 refugees in 1987, the same as 3 months ago. And look, we've only increased it 250 more in 29 years. We've invested quite a lot of money in upgrading managerial so that we've got the capacity to process 1,000 more people. Why not process more people? Imagine now that you are on an island in the middle of nowhere. You are waiting to get accepted into a country. You have been now waiting for several years, until finally you get accepted by New Zealand. Where's New Zealand, you are thinking? But you go there anyway and hope for it to be a nice country who will donate to you and help you into a home. Later that year, you find out that NZ has once again raised their refugee quota, but this time increasing by 2,000, not just 250. Now think again. Have you ever wondered why NZ only brings in 1,000 refugees a year? This is all why I believe that there should be more refugees allowed into our country.